Man, how am I gonna do this? I haven't done this in so long. Alright, get hyped up. You got this. You've done it so many times in the past. It should come second nature. We're doing it now? Right now. Aw, shit. Hey, we're back at the top again today, here with something that I used to do on the channel in the past, but with the channel basically being flipped upside down this year, and especially since Generation 8 began, this is not something I've done recently, and that was covering the news about the new Pokemon games. I used to do that all the time, and that was fun, honestly, but with the new content plans that I have for this channel, which if you haven't seen the update video last week, you probably should check that out. This still can count, but I wasn't sure about what to do, but I thought I'd bring it back. However, there's been a lot of news since I last covered the new Pokemon games back in August, I think it was. And this is for both of them, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and Legends. So there's been a lot of things that haven't actually been covered on this channel, so I'll basically give a quick rundown. And honestly, I'll give my thoughts, really, because if you didn't see this, I mean, this was September 28th, that I didn't even cover this trailer at all, so basically a quick little rundown. The only thing that I'm going to mention, because they added in a bunch of new characters, and I can't even remember them, because that was a few weeks back. But the whole point is Cleaver here is a bug rock type, and it's the evolution of Scyther, which really gets me thinking about extinct Pokemon from these past games potentially being brought back. So it's not even anything of the sort. You can see Cleaver right there, which is actually kind of interesting, but then at the same time, can you even bring it to Pokemon Sword and Shield to actually use in battle? Are they gonna update it when Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, those remakes come out? And then can you even bring those into Sword and Shield? You think they would, but you just don't know. And then Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl had its stuff, and they kind of confirmed the obvious here. Amity Square, Poffins, Poketch, the biggest change on that, which the hidden moves, basically the HMs, which we were all afraid of returning because they removed them, of course, in Generation 7, but at the same time, they brought them back in a way like this. It's all in the Poketch. I used to call it Poketech, but then that way you don't need to bring up a barrel every time you go somewhere. I know you used a barrel back in the day when you played this game, but that's really nice that you don't have to do that. I don't know if it uses the Pokemon that can potentially learn these moves in your party and just uses them, or that, I don't know the sort, but I'm kind of rolling on fumes off that week's old trailer. The more recent leaks, which I'm going to be rapid firing here, is the new regional forms for Legends Arceus, which is hinted at being Electrode and Voltorb, which really gets me thinking, please let us bring these into Sword and Shield, and please fix the timer, which that's something that I hope they fix. But that brings us to something that I wouldn't ever, I think I still have this account muted. All links of these are going to be in the description below, so Pokebeach, big shoutouts to them. I used to use their website for news from for Gen 8 Sword and Shield, but now you get stuff like this. 2022 will be very exciting too for Pokemon fans, even more than 2021 if nothing gets delayed. And oh my goodness, that was October 1st. Now let me break it down for you. First of all, Pokemon Legends is not open world, so that basically crumbles the idea of a Breath of the Wild Pokemon game, which is disappointing, but that isn't necessarily make or break as long as it's not so linear that you can only walk one path. But there's still 20 new Pokemon and forms to be revealed, which is huge. Then Central also decides to show the potential Electrode and Voltorb things, at least hint at it. So, and then they go, why hints instead of just playing the new form / Pokemon? And then I appreciate them for that, but it's like, I remember having to mute it before Gen 8, and it was just a nonsense. The real stuff starts around here. They hinted at it on October 1st, which is Starter Evolutions, Primal Dialga and Palkia, and then DLC for Legends. Now, this is interesting. I should have thought about a potential regional starter forms for Typhlosion, Samurott, and the Decidueye. I just never really thought about it on a bigger scale, and I wish they would take Primal Dialga from Mystery Dungeon, because that way they actually get like that proper connection. Why would they be two different ones? And DLC 2022, but this is the main thing. We told you BDSP wasn't worth covering months ago. That is because it is a faithful remake, and I'm just crossing my fingers there's some platinum element. I beg of you, and you'll understand why in a few weeks, because other things such as new catchable Arceus form, and then new legendary, new mythical, but all these are with a grain of salt, especially from October 13th on. I think that's about it from this. Now this is something that I want to cover. This one specifically, I see some people that are saying because of Legends and DLC in 2022, that doesn't mean there won't be a Gen 9 until 2023. I wouldn't be so sure about that, is what that says. Now, the interesting thing about this is, and this is of course theory crafting, is that Pokemon, at least since Generation 5, has had 3 years for generations. Pokemon Black and White went from 2010 to 2013. At least for in Japan, because it started in 2010, but US didn't get it until 2011. But point being is, Generation 6 then went from 2013 to 2016, Generation 7, 2016 to 2019, and then 2019 to 2022, which for Generation 8, so it's like mathematically, it's not out of the realm of possibility. If it doesn't come out in 2022, I don't think they're going to wait an entire year to release it, because originally, according to Central Leaks, it was supposed to be released in 2021 until, of course, the whole worldwide issue. You can see right there, actually. But then you get the other stuff. There's not really much of else, but that's roughly about it for the games. If anything new occurs between this video's release and the end, then it's not going to be an extra video. It's just going to be a quick rundown. I just wanted to cover everything between August and now, because, you know, that's what I used to do, and I miss doing that. I just can't do the heavily edited videos anymore because it was a giant pain in the ass. I hope you kind of understand what I mean by that, and if you haven't, again, check the update video that was in last week. But that'll wrap up everything on my end. If you did enjoy, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to start the climb today. But with that though, I want to thank you for watching. I have to get you back at the top later on, because you know that's how we do it.